one of the bigger disappointments for me was the run game. Um, there was no run longer than 5 yards. They only got 48. Average was about 2 a carry.
Yeah.
How easily correctable are are the ills in the run game? And also, what did you think of Jerome Ford? He just looked tentative to me.
Easily correctable is tough because these guys, their offensive line outside of Dewan, but Dewan's in year 3 now, so he's been around it enough. But these veterans they have are going to win some weeks. Put it this way, they're not going to win as consistently as they used to. A lot of physical wear and tear on those guys' bodies from left to right, working from Joel all the way out to Conklin. Some serious injuries, some of the simple wear and tear that happens in guys going from their late 20s into the early 30s stage. Like, I think they're going to have some good games, some bad games. Now, in this one, I didn't like schematically how they tried to attack the Bengals defense. It's week 1, so they could have, it's a new DC over there. Al Golden, different approach, different alignments. They didn't have a ton of great prep for this game because don't have film yet on what they want to do in a regular season setting. You keep all of that in mind. I didn't personally love the usage of zone versus gap scheme stuff. I certainly didn't think they won enough of the line of scrimmage. I don't think they did a very good job displacing the interior players vertically downfield via double teams. Don't think that was good enough. And I don't think they were clean coming off of those double teams and finding the right assignment in the second level. And sometimes the wide receiver tight ends, it's like this was David Njoku's probably one of his roughest run blocking games of his career, to be honest. Just not very good at all. Just a really inconsistent performance from him. Is it easily correctable? I don't want to say yes to that because we're talking about a sample size of since Nick Chubb's injury, early 23 to now, one of the worst teams in the NFL in yards before contact, which is an indicator of, not owning the line of scrimmage, and one of the worst yards after contact teams. To your point, Dave, the question about Jerome Ford, great open field burst, can take a football to the house if he gets in space, but he doesn't have much vision consistency, doesn't process as well as I would like, and he doesn't have much contact balance to absorb hits and create after the touch, right? Whatever that touch might be, a pass or a run. The thing you loved about Dylan Sampson in week 1 is that whenever he got the football in whatever location, there's usually one guy he's forcing to miss. And I need my NFL running backs to make one guy miss. That's kind of the marquee part of the job. Now, it's a coach's job to figure out who you want him to make miss. Do you want to get him isolated on corners, safeties, linebackers? There's different run game structure to do that. Like duo is a blocking scheme, usually about making a linebacker miss, right? If you put the ball on the perimeter and pin pull, which is what the Bengals did to start the game, they kept making Denzel Ward tackle, right? Denzel Ward doesn't get his paycheck signed for tackling, and they wanted to attack that, make him tackle, make him come up and fit. We're gonna have good numbers in his direction. We're not gonna block him, make him come up and tackle. And he didn't do very well at that at the start. But I think again, we all agree Denzel covering is why we love him. But to the point here, Ford doesn't seem to do that. And Sampson had some moments of doing that, especially in the pass game where he was really, really, really good at taking short air yard throws out of the backfield and turning them into 7, 8, 9 yard attempts there. But they got to be better at the line of scrimmage. They got to be better schematically, and we'll see. They have a little more understanding of what Baltimore will do now. We'll see if they adjust in a more cleaner process. But getting Quinshon Judkins in the fold probably helps too, Dave. He's a very talented football player. The type of runner they don't really have. I mean, Rocket Raheem Sanders has some of it, not anywhere near the consistency, not anywhere near the strength in the frame that Judkins has. I don't think Ethan Posick is blowing smoke when he's like, yeah, man, he was really good when he was here earlier this year. I think they like him. I think they are excited about him. He gives them something inside the tackle box I don't think anyone else gives them. So that will help. There will be better weeks for this group running the ball. Are they going to ever be the version you want to remember from Bill Callahan, Nick Chubb in his prime, 21, 22, 23? Hard to say that. I think that's probably a leap. But they will have days where they'll be better. And some days will, like I said, have that O-line will be humming, and some defenses won't be able to adjust well enough or not as familiar with it as the Bengals are, right? Having played the Browns as often as they do. But I don't know that this is a top 15 run team anymore. They're going to have to continue to reshape the line, have to continue to reshape structurally what they're doing, how they're implementing zone, how they're attacking teams. So, not to be negative on that, I just think I want to set some realistic expectations about where this goes. They've got some fun pieces, and again, I think that week one's line of scrimmage, who won that, either just I mean, just as elementary as who won pushing forward or who won, resisting that forward push. The Bengals won, so I don't know that that's the most talented defensive line they're going to play this year. I don't think anybody would say that, but they do have some nice pieces, but it's going to be a challenge for them, and they're going to have to get better. They're going to have to get a little nastier to be able to consistently run it. Because 24, when he was at his prime, wearing the cape in the backfield, was his vision, processing, anticipation, contact balance was one of one by a wide. Him and Derrick Henry, probably the only two in that era, this era, that were like that. I don't know that Sam or Judkins, that's crazy to hope for that again. He'll help though. He's certainly more talented in the style they want to use than who they have currently.